What's your Tyler's back with my Raw review for October 7th. October 7th, 2024. And we're back to 2 hours. So, no more Judgment Day segments throughout the entire Raw. Until next week, that is. Which, thank God. I can't sit through 3 hours anymore. And I say this again. Raw should have went back to 2 hours when the brand split came back 8 years ago. But better be late than never, I suppose. Um, it was a better Raw than last week because of the 2 hour mark. Thankfully, it was in the Internal Play Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. Anyway, so thankfully, Raw is 2 hours again. Oh, thank God. At least SmackDown is still 2 hours since this. Just don't do it 3 hours, okay? I cannot sit. I mean, SmackDown is a better show than Raw. Like we were the smart kids that say SmackDown's better than Raw. Don't let it be 3 hours, okay, Hunter? Okay, just keep it 2. Anyway, St. Louis Soul's Sexy Red. I don't know who she is. She's a rapper apparently. Welcomes him to Monday Night Raw, and then CM Punk came out, and he talked about saying, Punk guys, is it good to not be dead in St. Louis? Which, Jesus Christ, that's a little harsh there. He talked about his victory inside Hell in a Cell against Drew McIntyre, one of the best matches on Bad Blood. And yes, it was nice to have Goldberg appearing. There was no mention of that, unfortunately. I mean, does Goldberg need to wrestle again? No. All due respect to Goldberg. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in WCW. Don't ask Bret Hart about that. Yeah, I know. I'm still bitter about Bret Hart's thing about fuck Bret Hart. And he says he's gonna have about a minute on Saturday, and then the second group, Pierce and Punk, is primarily to walk in the hallways with them, and then the most people see the joy, and then the third group, Punk isn't sure when he'll see them next, so he thanks them. I think he's gonna take a little time off because he's probably gonna fight Gunther at Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then Seth Rollins comes out, who returned last week, and he and Punk stare each other down. Future WrestleMania match. It was going to be at this year's WrestleMania, but then Punk got hurt. Rollins welcomes the crowd to Monday Night Rollins. It's so good to see Seth back on Raw again. Rollins said he's been gone for a few months. He's only been gone for like 2. He says the days are crazy at Bad Blood. Dominic Mysterio being hanged from a short cage, the final boss. Listen, Seth, the real final boss is Goldberg, okay? The Rock randomly came back, and he's always saying he's a visionary, revolutionary, and then getting punched in the mouth by Kevin Owens, which, when the oh, wait. I was wrong. And then he talks about Bronson Reed, he says, anytime, any place. Yeah. Honestly, Seth and Punk did good on them. Like, they're the best talkers right now. So, yeah. That was a good way to start off Raw. And then we get started with the Intercontinental Championship match between Jey Uso defeating Xavier Woods to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Solid match. I'm not into Jey Uso being Intercontinental Champion again. Again, like I said, this whole Yeet thing is not working for me anyways. It was a solid match, a 3 out of 5, Xavier's teasing the heel turn, whatever. And then Braun Breaker attacks Jey Uso with a spear, and then Spears qualification, and then Spears Xavier Woods. So yeah, he's not gonna hold the title that long. Just hope Braun takes the belt back from him. Then there's a Rhea Ripley video package about Liv Morgan continues to prove that she can't beat her, and then came back, and then anyway, there was that PFR logo. Again, it's probably gonna be Alexa Bliss. I mean, and there is upon the American Recross Hurricane, which yeah. Anyways, then the commentators discuss what happens between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens following Bad Blood, which, yeah, Kevin Owens apparently turned heel after the pay-per-view. It was never shown on air. The only thing I saw was on Twitter. I still call it Twitter, not X, because the only thing I think about X is the controller on PlayStation or Xbox or the key on button on my computer and that. Yeah, I don't know why Cody was on here, but I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's that brand warfare thing at Crown Jewel, whatever. Well, at least they're not as terrible as the ones Vince took over, which, ugh. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that, because they're Saudi shows. You know, I don't review Saudi shows. Anyways, Karen Cross is talking to The Miz, and then the Y6 logo appears on screen, and then R-Truth comes up and says he forgives Miz for attacking him. It's like, only R-Truth can make things goofy for him. And again, he's a national treasure. They're going to have a match next week on Raw, which, oh, thank God, there's not happening on this show, because, yeah. Then we got Sheamus defeating Pete Dunne in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. It's basically a hardcore match. This was entertaining. And the Sheamus bro-kicking Pete Dunne with his hands tied by zip ties, I thought it was a creative finish. And yeah, that was a good match. And yeah. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was better than the first match. Yeah. And then Cody Rhodes gets interviewed, which I was about to say something stupid, but I was like, oh, wait. Cody's facing the winner of the World Heavyweight Championship match later tonight. Rhodes knows his tape up after a massive finger walk into a WWE production truck. Rhodes said he will address what happened with Kevin Owens on Friday, which, yeah. And yeah, there was some weird static before Cody comes in. I was like, what the fuck going on here? But it was probably part of the story, whatever. Sami Zayn walks up to Cody Rhodes and said he planned to be the one to face Axis at Crown Jewel. And I was like, Sami Zayn's not going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And then they show highlights of the last Monster City match between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. And yeah. Now, the Cody versus the person who won the World Heavyweight Championship match, I won't tell you yet. We'll get to that. But then Raquel drove into the arena with a black SUV with, who else, but Liv Morgan and Dory Dawn, which, this is the only, judgment they say of the night, which, thankfully, because 2-hour Raw says, we're not dealing with no more Judgment Day bullshit. And yeah, they drove away part of the show, which... I'm sorry, Nia Jax and Liv Morgan sounds like a fucking dumpster fire. Speaking of wrestling dumpster fire feel, you will see the breakup of Harlem Heat, the original Harlem, and the Ahmed Johnson run, and all that. We'll save that by next month, okay? We'll save that by next month because I want to get some Halloween movies done and over with. And also, I gotta do more retro reviews. I mean, you're gonna see some Halloween Havocs, 91, 99, only 2. Because, except for the Survivor Series, okay? I like to do 4 because it's Survivor Series month. You know. Yeah. Like, one change was gonna change hands before Crown Jewel. And not keeping my hopes up for Friday, okay? Anyways, Bald Eagle, Adam Pearce is in his office with XCGM, Ava, who is The Rock's daughter, and then Ethan Page walks up, who, was he in AEW before? I guess he was glad to leave there. I don't blame him. Walks up and introduces himself and talks to Pierce. I see him on costing him the championship. That was like their first show on CW, which I didn't watch, unfortunately, but I'm busy mostly on Tuesday, tomorrow, basically. But yeah, then we got the 10-woman tag match between the random babyface team defeats the Unholy Union per Fusion Collective. I didn't care. Next. 1. I mean, they tried, but I didn't care. They're going to do a women's tag team match next week, but get the fucking belts off of Jay and Bianca, okay? Because they did nothing. They're not doing anything with the belts. They're just props. Then again, the women's tag titles don't mean anything anyways. But yeah. Then the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. A WrestleMania 40 rematch. Gunther defeats Sami Zayn by submission to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. This was Gunther's best... Sorry about that. This was Gunther's best world title defense ever since he won the title at SummerSlam. Because I did not care for the match with Randy Orton and Bash in Berlin, okay? Because that match was just... That match was boring. I'm sorry, because this was a way better match. And I honestly knew Gunther was going to retain. He won by technical submission, and then he celebrates with his title, and then Cody Rhodes comes out, and they stare each other down at the end of the show, because... Yeah. Yeah. Best on the night, 4 out of 5, I'll give it. Overall, it was way better than... It was way better than last week, because 2 hours made it better. To a B minus, yeah, a B minus, because there's no Judgment Day nonsense today night. For now. But anyways, tomorrow will be my Hotel Transylvania Transformania review, the 4th one, tomorrow. And then Wednesday will be episode 47. The goal showing up before WrestleVision. I have the card already set up. 4 matches. It's fine. There's that. So yeah, and then Thursday on my second show, so subscribe and click the notification bell on that one, so you'll see ECW One Night Stand 2006 on Thursday. So subscribe and click the notification bell on that one, and also like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to this show right here, click the notification bell, all that. Goodbye.